Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's
go! Listen.
Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the black box. Black box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Nightwood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
7 C's, 3 G's, navigated with ease by myself and the Google Gang. That's y'all. Wouldn't be no me without you. That makes it us with no fuss. What shall we discuss? Well, y'all see the title, so with no further ado, let's see what the Menace to Society crew has been up to. Oh, my mama.
People call me the street professor because I don't just watch hood movies, I study them. And Menace to Society, that's not just a movie. That's a financial horror story dressed as a gangster flick. It's the story of Kane, trapped in Watts, surrounded by fast money, fast deaths, and even faster consequences. But beneath the shootouts and the street talk, there's something deeper. A warning, a playbook, a map of all the wrong turns that'll keep you broke, stuck, or worse, buried. Kane had chances. So did O-Dog. So did Ronnie. But every time they touched money, freedom, or family, they fumbled it. Not because they were dumb, but because they never learned how the game of life and money really works. So today, we're breaking it down. Let's talk about the money lessons hidden in Menace to Society and why they still matter right now. In Menace to Society, the bond between Kane and O-Dog runs deep. They're not just...
Let's check my boy out this time, because sometimes he be reaching. Oh, blah.
Just friends. They're like brothers. But that loyalty, it comes with a heavy price. Remember the scene at the liquor store? O-Dog gets disrespected by the Korean store owner, and in a split second, he pulls out a gun and kills both the man and his wife. Cold-blooded. No hesitation. Then, he takes a security tape like a trophy and shows it off to his friends like it's something to be proud of. Now here's where it gets real. Kane saw everything. He knows what O-Dog did was wrong, but instead of walking away or distancing himself, he covers for him. He sticks around. Not because he agrees, because he feels like he has to. That's his boy. That's loyalty, right? But what did it cost him? By protecting O-Dog, Kane ends up tying his own future to someone who's reckless and dangerous. That one act of loyalty becomes a chain he can't shake. The murder draws police attention, the videotape becomes evidence, and because Kane chose not to speak up or walk away, he's now in the same boat. In the real world, this kind of blind loyalty will wreck your life. Whether it's business, friendship, or family, you have to ask yourself, am I standing by someone who's pushing me forward or pulling me down? Let's talk business. You go into a deal with a friend who's all talk and no discipline.
When he got killed, O-Dog was the only one busting back, though. Oh, my mama. And they didn't come over there busting for no O-Dog funk or no neighborhood funk. They came over there busting for some DMP that Kane got his own self caught up in, and the only person busting back was Old Diggity.
They don't keep records, they don't plan, they just spend money. You're loyal, you vouch for them. But when it all crashes, you're the one holding the bag. Or maybe you stick by a partner who's making shady moves.
When he stumped up way out the project, O-Dog put foot to what he told. And when his cousin got killed, O-Dog came and got at him like, man, I know what him, and took him on one. Oh, my mama.
Moves. You know what's wrong, but you stay silent. Before long, you're part of the mess. The IRS doesn't care who made the decision. You were there. That's how money gets lost. That's how reputations get ruined. Kane didn't pull the trigger, but he didn't walk away either. And because of that, he shared the consequences. Not because he was guilty, but because he was loyal to someone who didn't deserve it. Loyalty should never cost you your future. In the end, the real ones don't just ride with you. They protect you by making smart moves. If someone's dragging you into chaos, it's okay to leave them behind. Friendship is important. Loyalty is valuable.
So what is it about going through the hard times with somebody? It's two sides to that coin.
But peace and progress, they're worth even more. In Menace to Society, one of the most disturbing and pivotal scenes is the liquor store murder. O-Dog, fueled by rage and ego, kills 2 store clerks over a perceived insult. Instead of hiding the evidence, he takes a surveillance tape as a trophy, replaying it proudly for his friends.
What you say about my mama?
Kane, who witnesses this, says nothing and goes along with it. That decision changes everything. From that point on, the film shows us how violence spirals. Every act brings more tension, more heat from the law, and more instability. O-Dog and Kane gain temporary power and fast money, but they lose security. The people around them start dying, getting arrested, or disappearing. No one builds anything, they're just surviving. This reflects what happens in real life. A lot of people think fast money through illegal means is a shortcut to wealth. It might work for a while, but it's not sustainable. One violent decision can erase years of progress. It only takes one moment to catch a charge, lose your freedom, or ruin your reputation. Even if you avoid prison, you still carry the trauma, the paranoia, and the destruction you caused. On the other hand, real wealth is boring. It looks like consistency. It looks like waking up early, taking small wins, reinvesting your earnings, and avoiding unnecessary drama. People who live long, stable lives understand this. They know that freedom is more valuable than attention, and peace is worth more than power. So if you think living fast is the way to get ahead, think again. The price is usually higher than the reward. Violence does not lead to wealth, it leads to loss. In Menace to Society,
That's true. The shortcut is the long way.
the environment isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in itself. The film is set in the Jordan Downs housing projects of Watts, Los Angeles, a neighborhood marked by systemic poverty, limited opportunities, and pervasive violence. This setting profoundly influences the character's choices and outcomes. Kane Lawson, the protagonist, grows up in this environment. His parents are lost to drugs and violence, and he's raised by his grandparents in a community where crime is rampant and survival often trumps education. This environment shapes his worldview and decisions. He becomes desensitized to violence and views it as a means of asserting control and gaining respect. The film illustrates how the environment can limit one's choices and opportunities. Kane's experiences are shaped by the systemic issues of his community. The lack of positive role models, limited access to quality education, and the prevalence of drugs and gangs create a cycle that's hard to break. Even when Kane shows glimpses of wanting a different life, the environment pulls him back, reinforcing the idea that one's surroundings can significantly influence their path in life. The concept isn't confined to fiction. Real-world studies have shown that individuals raised in impoverished neighborhoods with high crime rates often face challenges in breaking free from these circumstances. The lack of resources, both material and social, can create barriers to success and perpetuate cycles of poverty. In Menace to Society, the story of O-Dog is one that hits hard because it shows how a single moment of poor judgment can cost everything. O-Dog finds himself in a confrontation inside a liquor store. When tension rises, instead of diffusing the situation, he pulls out a weapon. That decision leads to tragedy. The violence that follows is a clear warning about how dangerous it can be to risk everything on impulse and poor decisions. This scene isn't just about street violence. It teaches a deeper lesson about the dangers of gambling with what you build, whether that's your safety, your money, or your reputation. In real life, people often take high risks without thinking through the consequences. Whether it's business, investments, or personal relationships, betting too much without control can cause ruin. The foundation in your life is everything. It includes your financial stability, your mental health, your relationships, and your sense of security. When you throw caution to the wind and take risks you cannot afford, you put all of these at risk. That's why risk management is so important. It means understanding the stakes, knowing what you stand to lose, and making decisions based on strategy, not emotion or pressure. In business, many fail because they chase quick wins without protecting their core. They borrow too much, invest recklessly, or ignore warning signs. When things go wrong, they lose it all. This is why smart entrepreneurs build buffers, diversify their investments, and make plans to weather storms. Sharif's character in Menace to Society represents hope and the possibility of change. He chooses to leave the dangerous lifestyle behind by turning to religion and education. This shows a strong desire to improve and find a better path.
He still got smoke. That's fucked up.
Education is often described as the key to escaping cycles of poverty and violence. It opens doors and provides new opportunities that might otherwise be closed. Sharif's journey teaches us that knowledge and skills are powerful tools. Whether it's through formal schooling, learning a trade, or gaining professional certifications, investing in yourself through education can change your life. It offers a chance to build a future that's not defined by the struggles of your past. However, Sharif's fate also reminds us that education is not always enough by itself. Even though he tries to do the right thing, external forces beyond his control still affect his life. His death from a stray bullet shows that escaping difficult environments often requires more than just personal change. It requires changes in the community and society. For many, education is the first step toward breaking free. It builds confidence, teaches discipline, and provides the skills needed for jobs and careers. It can also open networks and relationships that support growth. But the reality is, without support systems and safer environments, the road remains challenging. This lesson encourages us to value education highly and to continue learning no matter what our circumstances are. It also calls attention to the need for communities to create spaces where people can grow without fear. Supporting each other and addressing systemic issues are necessary to make education a true escape. In Menace's society, Chauncey is a friend who flips on Kane and O-Dog.
Is this a reach, y'all? Thus far? Let me know in the comments. Is he on point or is he reaching? Oh, my.
He's part of the crew that hustles and plans. But when things go wrong, he secretly calls the police. He sends a liquor store video as evidence, out of spite, after feeling insulted by Kane's violence. That act of betrayal shows just how fragile street loyalty can be. When ego gets bruised, reputation shattered. Chauncey's decision isn't smart. It's spiteful. He's not protecting himself. He's cutting ties in anger.
Chauncey was a biatch.
And that single betrayal not only puts O-Dog behind bars, it permanently damages Chauncey's credibility. In the end, he drifts into an unknown fate, marked by suspicion and mistrust. In the streets, once your name is toxic, nobody wants to do business with you. That same rule applies in the real world. Reputation is invisible capital. People do business with those they trust. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an employee, or a creative, your professional legacy starts with how you treat others. The moment you break trust, even over a slight, you can lose clients, job opportunities, referrals, and partnerships. It may feel easy to talk, smear someone's name, or betray a friend when you're upset, but the fallout lasts much longer than the moment of anger. Words leave a record. Social media amplifies it. Online searches don't forget. Within days, one mistake can make banks voice distrust, employers pull your resume, and suppliers refuse to work with you. Keeping good reputation requires consistency. You follow through, you own your mistakes, you stay loyal. But only when loyalty is earned. You don't burn bridges you can't rebuild. That kind of thoughtfulness pays dividends. Trust opens doors. Lack of it slams them shut. Chauncey may have felt smarter in that moment, but his choice cost him access. In business and life, reputation is more valuable than any deal. Burn it, and you pay twice, in lost opportunities and lifelong regret. Purnell, Kane's mentor and his imprisoned father figure, warns him that he needs to rebuild his life outside of Watts. He encourages Kane's move to Atlanta with Ronnie to get a fresh start, but Kane hesitates. He hesitates until it's already too late. That hesitation changes everything.
Only nigga survived was O-Dog, the wild nigga. That's crazy. I think they said he got keynote on like the words on the screen, but we didn't see it.
Kane's failure to plan his exit cost him dearly. The final drive-by kills Sharif, and Kane himself is laid low as he shields Anthony. He could have kept learning, building, and living safe if he had trusted Purnell's advice sooner. Instead, he stayed too long, and his environment claimed him. This truth applies to your life, whether it's a job, a risky business, a bad relationship, or a toxic lifestyle. You need a real exit strategy before crisis hits. Hope and loyalty aren't enough to keep you safe. Without a plan, things control you, and you may never leave on your own terms. The real world is full of stories like this. Entrepreneurs get stuck in losing business models because they never map out what success looks like. Employees stay at jobs that drain them because they never save an emergency fund or build skills. Many get trapped forever because the moment of escape becomes too late. Creating an exit strategy means having a vision of where you want to go and then building the steps to get there. It means arranging finances, skills, relationships, and time in a way that makes leaving possible. Sometimes it means moving cities. Sometimes it means quitting a career to learn again. Other times it means getting sober or leaving a destructive relationship. Purnell's advice isn't about escaping, it's about survival. And that is worth planning for. Without an exit, your environment decides your destiny. With no fallback, your life can become the final scene of someone else's tragedy. Menace to Society wasn't just a shock film. It was a money blueprint wrapped in tragedy. From loyalty and violence to environment and education, each lesson tells you what not to do and how to build differently. Which lesson hits you hardest? Loyalty, environment, exit strategy? Drop it in the comments. If this breakdown opened your mind, like, subscribe, and stick around.
To living down the light. To living down the light. To living down the light. To living down the
Act a fool for the paper, spend it wisely. See, some supposed to wanna see me win, despise me before my eyes. In disguise, ain't got no friends. Mama been advised me, instead of building me up, they minimize me. In the end, all the energy just energized me. On top of the sin and that genocide me. Same time, no kind trying to genocide me. Set tripping days, finished finally. Been behind me, go on, run that business by me. I'm a businessman with a business mind, handling business with a big ass sig beside me. Y'all know me, no sleeping, no slipping. Still hit the streets one deep and go dipping. No retreating, no tripping. Think twice before creeping on crippin'. It's me.
Cause these streets ain't playing fair. Niggas want a problem, we can take it. To living down that light. Your own homies that'll take you out. I pray to God that I make it out. Down that light. Where niggas chucking up gang signs. Get it cracking in the summertime. Down that light. Nigga, all that shit trick. Everywhere I go, I keep it with. Living down that light.
I handle business, keep my hand on the stizzle. By any means necessary, nigga, I'm a kizzle. The dog and the spider creeping back on the mission. So you bitch ass niggas see, don't act different. You know I'm with it cause I'm down for the cause. Fuck the police, I'm breaking the law. Big drink, big smoke, and some big guns. To let you know, motherfucker, that I ain't the one. And nigga, that but you can call me Dad Dilly, I'm the crib guy. Hard praise in the city, on crib. But see, you better not slip, you get faked down, laid down, all by the cliff. You know the lokes is out, the dog is out. You know them niggas that you let it hate with no doubt. You know it's DAT and the SPI. We represent West Coast to the day.
To living down the light. Cause these streets ain't playing fair. Niggas want a problem, we can take it. To living down the light. Your own homies that'll take you out. I pray to God that I make it out. Down the light. Where niggas chucking up gang signs. Get it cracking in the summertime. To living down the light. Nigga, all that shit trick. Everywhere I go, I keep it with. To living down the light.
Snakewood and that Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
It was SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nightblood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nightblood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my
continue.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A Eastside millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
On my mama YouTube said that video on the screen right there is right up your alley. Go on and click it. Don't bounce. You can kick it. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Jeter.